So it's like a split second of us. Oh, eight.
What you know about prolapse?
It's got a nice earthy hop. Oh, is this wrong show?
Wrong show. Yeah, smells like desperation. Anyway, this has been Paul and Josh. Bye-bye. Oh, new show. Oh, hey guys, this is Paul.
And, Josh.
Yeah, ManiacsMeat podcast, episode 10.
This is Slasher Sundays.
Yes, it's Slasher Sunday, episode 10.
We count that?
Yes, of course we fucking count.
All right.
It's an episode.
Here's to the 10th episode.
Oh, no, we just do every other, eh? Oh, fuck it. No. 10. This many. Is that a milestone? Is
That's
10
what
a
I was
milestone?
saying.
Or is 100 a milestone? Or 50? I don't know.
Oh, at this point with our podcast, it's a milestone.
It's a
We
mile.
probably never hit 100 episodes. We'll probably be banned from
Well, I was going to say,
YouTube.
at some point in time, you won't have enough gas to come out here. So, there you go. So, 10 is a milestone. We're going to do this. We're doing Slasher Sunday, all right? And what are we doing for Slasher Sunday?
We are talking about a beautiful gem starring the beautiful and talented Chuck Connors.
Chuck Connors.
Tourist Trap.
Tourist Trap.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
It's a good one, eh?
Yeah.
Richard Band is the executive producer, who is brother to Charles Band, who did
that's
every Muppet Killer movie in the
every
world.
full moon movie,
Every
out there.
doll movie that ever killed somebody.
Do you really think you can kill me? My favorite Chuck Connors horror ever is this one, Werewolf.
We're not talking about this.
We're not talking about this. We might.
You might. I don't know. I never saw it. You'll have to dabble a little bit in it.
But Werewolf from 1987.
Got it backwards, bud.
Is, well, I'm showing you the back.
Oh,
And then
okay.
there you go. That's why. Yeah, that's how showing the back works. It's the back. But this is 1987, and it's a like 20 to 30 episodes of a man who gets attacked by a werewolf. Actually, he sees his friend who was attacked by the werewolf. He has to kill his friend before he gets bit. Then finds the line and tries to kill the main werewolf so he can become normal again. This was plagued with, you could just tell that this was plagued with writing conflicts, budget conflicts, and just, it just doesn't have I just have this kind of thing you should plan. I mean, this is just the thing I'm going to say to people that are trying to write stories. Plan and just record a final episode and have it, just in case.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't have a fucking final episode.
Oh.
The plot line fucking goes this way and that way instead of staying on one train, and it could have ended amazingly.
They leave it hanging, huh?
They leave it hanging. And they actually introduced the I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but have you ever watched Fright Night 2? The original Fright Night 2?
No, I saw the original.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I've let you down.
Fright Night 2, next episode. But anyway, yeah. Well, actually, we were going to do number 2s anyway, weren't we?
At some point, yes.
Because we're all about number 2s. You know what I mean?
Seen that movie.
I'm in that movie. But anyway, this is a pretty cool one, and we'll probably go on that one later. And Chuck Connors he's not in it. He drops out after a couple episodes, but what he is in is really, really well. But most people know Chuck Connors as the Rifleman. Most people that are older than me, my age and older, they usually know him as the Rifleman. But anyway, let's get into Tourist Trap from 1979.
Well, Tourist Trap plays just like any slasher. You have a bunch of rambunctious teens traveling and obviously get broken down on the side of a back desolate road. And they decide to start walking, and they come across a tourist trap. Go figure. And what it is, it's like a little oasis. It's like a little pond and waterfall, and the girls take their clothes off, but no nudity in this movie.
No nudity. Spoiler alert, no nudity.
This is a family fun film.
What the hell are you doing?
So anyway, the girls are swimming nude in this little oasis.
Oasis, yeah.
While the boyfriends track out and try to go get help. And of course the owner shows up and is all like creepy and like, you know, like, oh hey, you know, what are you doing on my land, you know, and flirting with the one girl hard.
Molly's
a creep.
Yeah.
She's like one of those Victorian eccentric
Yeah.
boring
Down
hag.
syndrome.
And she looks like she might, but
Oh, there's a weird partner. I don't know if it's the makeup, but there's a little thing going in her face. I don't know what
she's
it is.
just ugly. You're an ugly girl.
Yeah,
Ugly.
Molly. You're a haggard little doll, but we still want to bang you.
I'm not much of a looker myself, though. So anyway,
I don't look. I just do.
so they end up befriending this guy, and they go back to his place. He says he owns a little museum a couple miles yonder, and they all track up to his place and meet up with their boyfriends. And there's a creepy house in the back. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
But the old man's like, don't venture outside of this premise because it's not good for you. And they always get weird because he carries a gun around everywhere he goes.
Like you do.
Yeah, you do, but not a double-barrel shotgun typically, unless you're Paul.
Yeah.
And then at that point, stuff goes crazy. There's a lot of weird stuff. If you've seen the 2005 version of House of Wax, this is basically that movie.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of interesting. It seems like they took House of Wax name and then put it with this and threw it together.
Yeah.
When the film starts off, as this guy just basically ventures into this little store of some kind, and it gets really supernatural all of a sudden.
Yes.
This film tries to... I can see where this film tries to. They try to play the red herring. They try to divert the audience's attention to other things to try to make it a little bit more deep of a plot than it actually is. From the supernatural aspects to almost, I guess you want to say it was almost, in the end, it was mechanical aspects because it was planned out to do this and something was actually launching these things mechanically. I do like the scene when the guy gets the pipe through the back and it's kind of just draining out slowly, There was a lot of scenes where you can tell the people were actually real. They weren't puppets. It wasn't mechanically
A lot of break.
throwing action.
Pop and locking.
You know what I mean? But it was basically, this movie is about a man and apparently his retarded kind of deviant brother that live in this isolated farmhouse and have a doll museum kind of showroom. The people come in there, and even though this brother has never done this before, he starts collecting these women, especially a beautiful woman that he kind of idolizes and wants to be with, because his mom left him and stuff like that. He wants to kind of do the structure of that and be with that person, but idolize them as a doll. So basically, he's gonna kill them anyway. He actually kills that one girl real nice. He just plasters her face. So no little straws for the holes.
Yeah, no. He says your heart will stop before you even suffocate.
Yeah, exactly. You're fine.
Your
it's
heart
okay.
will burst.
You go. It has this reminiscence. It does really, really pull from Texas Chainsaw.
Yep.
With the mask, the look of the mask, the look of the person when he dresses up.
It looks like Leatherface.
And you can see he puts a wig on, and then he's playing with dolls. I mean, he's trying to do all these different, he's trying to rebuild a family with his own self, if you know what I mean. All the different aspects of the family, and he blames his retarded brother, or his mentally handicapped brother, his weird brother, his deviant brother. But it turns out it's actually him the whole time.
And he puts on the deep voice for when you little this and that.
But then he talks, "What's the matter, child? Oh my God! What happened to you?
You can't get away from me."
You know what I mean? It's basically that's what happens, and it doesn't take too long because Chuck Connors, he just has this voice that you always know it's Chuck Connors. And when he does basically they try to say he's my twin brother, but he's more. I'm better looking than he is, so he makes me wear this mask and all this stuff, and it's just a really twisted ride. And Molly, during all this cavalcade of chaos, becomes absolutely shit-kittened. She's gone.
Oh, Molly, she's on board.
Molly almost seems like she was gone before this happened, but
you could tell.
But this definitely just unraveled.
She was the weirdo of the group. I would never have friends that were that weird.
Anyway,
Right.
but yeah, but
when you start wearing dresses and falling around dudes with dolls, I'll worry about it then. Sorry, you do that now, don't you?
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna take a drink.
We need a drink at this point. Justin.
Well, we did learn a life lesson.
Oh, here
Our
we
life
go.
lesson was: you take a fucking axe and slam it into someone's neck, you win.
Yeah,
He didn't go down too hard. I mean, it was whap.
he was dead.
Oh, Jesus Christ! And like, cause this, it was kind of actually I like it because it had a Maniac vibe.
Yep.
But Maniac obviously came later, but it had this Maniac. So would you dare say that Maniac pulled from Tourist Trap?
No.
No.
I
Just
don't-
with the dolls coming to life and
Yeah,
stuff. I mean, it's
no.
so very blatant, though.
I don't know. I just know this much about the movie. I don't know anything about the movie. I do know about the movie, but my question is, do you think they left it open for a second one with Molly? Because she kind of snapped at the end, and then she's driving around, with all the dolls, all her friends in the back of the dummies.
I like that the best. That's a really nice play, a visual play that basically all the friends are still there because they're alive. Because she's fucking nuts. She's taking all these dolls as human beings now. Because you see this at the whole end of the montage. At the end, the dolls are coming to life and they're dancing and they're having fun, And she's like freaking the fuck out. So basically, she's completely deluded now. Now her friends are real dolls. I mean, she's definitely going to a nut ward as soon as she gets back to civilization. You know that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But that could have made a nice little movie of itself, I'm sure. She pulls up to this fucking gas station and murders everyone and makes them into dolls. I mean, it could have been crazy, but it was a really nice way to end the film.
I like it.
The film's really slow. It's really blatant. I would say it's slow, for sure. If you're a little bit of, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, at first it does throw you with that supernatural vibe. After that, it really is very cut and dry. It's very blatant. It's obviously him. It's obviously this. It's obviously that. It's obviously that. They didn't do a good job hiding those. So it's a slow, long film.
Mm-hmm.
It's slow. It's not that good slow burn. It's more that, okay, yeah, I get it. Just fucking strip her naked, shove the gun up her ass, and just blow the trigger off. I mean, like, come on. It needed rape and nudity. This film needs rape and nudity. And
It was very...
It needs something to fill in the gaps of, oh my fucking God, really?
I think the most menacing aspect of the whole movie was the mannequins when they came to life and would laugh. Like the one when she's laying on the floor and all the mannequins were like hovering above her, laughing at her. Like, and they would, like, their heads would just start turning and they start laughing. Like, that was more menacing, I think, than the killer.
It was looking through the eyes of the killer and seeing what he's seeing was more menacing than the actual reality of what was going on. But it was still interesting to see. It's a good film. It's not a great film. It's not something that everyone will like. I do think that you have a nice little payoff at the end with the dancing and the death scene and the fucking her becoming
It delivered at the end.
Yeah, it did deliver at the end. But I'm going to give this one probably, if I wanted to rate this out of 10, like for other people to watch, I'm going to put it into that 6 level. I'm saying 6.
You're going with 6.
I'm going 6s today.
I'm going to go with an 8 on this one, just for the fact that I feel a real sense of dread with mannequins for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I formed a phobia over the last couple
Don't
years.
go into my bedroom.
Because literally, like, a lot of the mannequins, like that one that comes out of the closet, and it's just really creepy. And I'm going to talk about this quick for those who grew up in the 90s. Bisquick. For those who grew up in the 90s and remember the TV show Salute Your Shorts. You might remember the episode with Zeke the Plumber. Which, if you watch this movie, the very first mask he dons is Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Which basically is Zeke the Plumber.
Mm-hmm.
And the Zeke the Plumber episode kind of gave me chills as a kid.
Yeah. I was a little older than him when I watched it, though. But it was, I liked Zeke. That was a really scary, creepy...
Yeah, he was really weird. He had a real deep voice.
Yeah, and it was just ugh.
Yeah, and that's all it was. But the very first mask the killer dons is of Woody, which is the very first kill in the movie. And
There's 2 things from that era that you should watch if you grew up as a kid. You should watch the Salute Your Shorts episode of Zeke the Plumber, and you should watch the Are You Afraid of the Dark episode with Zebo the Clown.
Oh, Zebo was the shit.
Yeah.
That was the shit.
Fucking good.
Yeah, that sucks. You can't find those around anymore.
Yeah, they're on DVD.
In America now?
I bought them.
Oh, I thought they were only in Canada. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit more about the behind the scenes. It had an $800,000 budget.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel it was well
I was
used.
gonna say about 300,000 of that is fucking Chuck Connors. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, yep. The script originally called for nudity, but no one said they would agree to that.
Pay more.
Tanya Roberts is in this movie. I just realized that.
Tanya Roberts.
She played the redheaded girl's mother on that 70s show.
Really?
Yeah, that's Tanya Roberts.
Oh.
You remember? I don't really follow the show, but you know the tall redheaded chick,
Yeah.
the only hot girl in the whole show.
Yeah, she was a whore.
Yeah, and her mother in the show is Tanya Roberts.
Oh.
So yeah,
That left the fucking weird Frode guy for some random sex.
Yeah.
Because she was a whore.
yep.
But yet she wasn't a whore in this.
Wow, you know more about the show than I do.
And I don't even watch it.
Wow.
Damn.
So they started filming and received a PG rating, which was, despite the disturbing matter, that really surprised everybody. They were really surprised they got a PG rating for this movie. They were shooting for an R, and they failed miserably.
Well, put a 10 in there.
That's all it took. Thanks, Tanya Roberts.
Tanya, come on. Make some life choices, all right?
So Stephen King praises the film in his book, Dance Macabre, and especially its frightfully opening scene.
Yeah, that's the thing is, once you see the beginning scene, you have this supernatural natural vibe going on. You're like, what the fuck is going on? And the pipe draining the guy's blood. I mean, I like when the Indian guy near the end, he throws the tomahawk and gets the girl. Like, it's so dark you can't see it because, again, I mean, it was only so much money, but the lighting on this sometimes was really bad because you can't really see where it really hit her.
Well, it's mostly
But
filmed at
it
night.
hit her in the back of the head and she died and stuff. I think that was cool, the animatronics kind of killing.
Mm-hmm.
But that first bit really sets the scene. Kind of like another film I'm going to do for Slasher Sunday later, spoiler alert, is Superstition, or Supernatural, I think it's called, from 1982.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely have to check that one out. It's a crazy-ass slasher film that a lot of people don't talk about. Superstition or I think it's Superstition.
You don't even know.
No, I don't.
The plaster used at the death scene was actually dope.
Hmm.
Go figure, I could really tell because I've dabbled in plaster and it didn't look nothing like plaster. The way he was describing it, how it would work is exactly how plaster works. It heats up until it almost burns your skin, which makes sense there. But that definitely was not plaster in anything. They called the killer Davey,
Dave.
but everyone else referred to him as Plaster Face.
Plaster face.
That's original.
Look at you with your plaster face.
Oh, remember the opening scene where the things were flying out of the cupboard? You know, the supernatural thing? They filmed that on an angle, so everything was actually falling from the ceiling.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's some budget there.
I love practical effects.
Yeah, they did that. This is actually the director's. Is it a director or his? The director. This is the director. He actually did this film for. Originally did this film for film school. This was a project he worked for in film school, and then he remade it into this high budget film.
Oh no, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say if this was just a project film, this is fucking great.
Oh yeah, no. He originally did a project like this for film school, and then redid it
and
for
then
this.
redid it.
So that's pretty cool. And Chuck Connors was actually hoping to. Said Chuck Connors had hoped to be role to relevant himself. He was trying to be the '80s Boris Karloff, basically, with this movie. That's what he was shooting for. Mm-hmm. He wanted to be the '80s Boris Karloff. Do you think he achieved that status?
Well, since it wasn't made in the '80s, no.
Well, I mean, it was in '79, give or take. I mean, probably by the time it saw release to the major public.
Technicalities.
Technically.
No, I just don't think he did it. I think he was the '80s Chuck Connors. I think that's the problem. When Chuck Connors has this way of being Chuck Connors, if you know what I'm saying.
He's a distinct actor.
He's not Chuck fucking Connors. I mean, like, it's just that, I don't know. How do you say it without being contrived? It's like, pick someone who's, I don't know, can Bruce Campbell be, could Bruce Campbell be the '80s Bela Lugosi? No, he's fucking Bruce Campbell. Like, it just, he can't be anybody but himself, because you can't see anybody but him just being
in that role,
a fucking great star. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of thing. Yeah, it just, I don't know.
They shot them twice. Ooh. Man, I got sludge mouth tonight. They shot the movie in 24 days. The entire film in 24 days.
That's really good. That's
That is
really,
timing.
that's really fucking good.
Yeah, you really hammered them out
And
there.
no
bud.
wonder there was no lighting.
Yeah, how about it? Should say 24 nights.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got really. What would you rate the film, Paul? An overall.
Overall 6.
You're going for 6. Oh, I already went over this. Yep, 8. I'm doing it. Sorry.
Well, I'm doing 6 because like most people would be like, I'm not watching this. Like most people would.
Yeah, but
get
most
so-
people suck.
Well, yeah, I think most people should die. So most people, if you're listening, fucking kill yourself.
You have no taste in film. Don't respect the art form.
No.
Everyone wants Freddy and Jason.
If you think rap is good, kill yourself. I mean, it's just like little things like that.
So yeah, that's it. That's all I got, man. That's it. It's over. Sorry. Watch the movie. They have it on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yep. They have it
Tubies.
on Tubby.
YouTubies.
Tubby TV have it. Tubi
I
TV?
don't know if Tubi.
You'll find it. Just Google it. It's a good movie, I think. You know, it's menacing at times with the mannequins, but
If you want to watch something really good that's horror, watch Werewolf.
never seen it.
You're going to. Next episode. All 28 seasons of Werewolf.
All right. That's all I got.
Well, this has been Paul.
And Joshua.
ManiacsMeat Slasher Sunday.
Goodbye.
Tourist Trap. And it's done 1979. I like it. I think it's a good film. Overall, though, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. He's still pulling the
8.
8. We're going solid 8, so 7 out of 10. And obviously, that's the overall spectrum. So 7 out of 10 is actually a pretty good damn score.
I think so.
For an overall.
We got 20 minutes. We talked about a freaking movie.
Yeah, that I thought I was going to talk about 2 minutes of.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
It's pretty good then.
No Angry Coons in this one.
Wow. Went for that one.
Raccoon Chaos.
Right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, bye. Yeah, that's it.
Gotta hit
Now I gotta hit the button. Oh, good thing I didn't take my dick out.
the.